All right, this lesson is all about the other type of factoring quadratics, ax squared plus bx plus c form. And for those of you guys who have done this, I like to call these the pain in the ones. So normally, of course, you know I'd say this, so let's just say it. They're the pain in the ass ones. It's some ridiculous method that you have to know how to do, and it takes up 17 sheets of paper. So anyway, let's not do it that way. Let's use the quadratic formula, and lo and behold, let's use technology to do this. The link that I provided in the practice takes you to this quick math page, I hope. If not, over here to the side, you're going to click on quadratics. It's going to open up this page. You're going to be able to type in a quadratic. I apologize that this is so tiny, but I was trying to fit it in on one page here. So type in your quadratic, and then you go right down here. Use the quadratic formula, and you click go. Then you scroll down, and I know that you can't see this, but it's going to tell you. So there are two real solutions. Everything we're going to do right now has two real solutions. And they're going to tell you what those solutions are. Remember in investigation 7.4 where I asked you to look at the type of solutions you are getting with the quadratic formula and how it related to its factored or unfoiled form? This is what we're looking for. So we're going to kind of cheat, but it's not really cheating, because if you did this in my class or someone else's college algebra class, you're going to verify that it works, because that's what the quadratic formula is for. It is for giving you the solutions, the x-intercepts to any quadratic. Just note, as you're typing this in, when you open up the page, you'll see this better, but that's a raised to the power of 2, the little caret key. Just type it in that way. It's really easy to retype this. Change the number in front of x, change the number, or excuse me, in x squared, change the number in front of x, change the constant. It's kind of a pain. You don't really want to blank the whole thing out, but it should work. And then you can see the two solutions. You should be able to factor it. So I have already factored these ahead of this video for the quadratic formula. In fact, the two solutions that I have right up here are the solutions to this first one. So what we're going to do is put that into solution form. When I look at these two roots, I want to take them back to the form or factored form. So imagine, if you will, unsolving this equation. We've kind of talked about this before, I think. I want this 1 to come back over here to the x, so I'm going to add it over. And then this part is my factor. So factor signs are opposite. It's a really easy way to do this. So one of my factors now is x plus 1. The other one is x minus 5/3. Or excuse me, x plus 5/3, because I'm going to put it back over here. Okay, this is not proper factored form in any way. So what I should have done is to SADMAP this thing. Yep, yay, SADMAP. Everybody loves to do that. So the first step of SADMAP is to remove the fraction. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. Then what I'm going to have when I do that is 3x equals -5. So I'm going to add 5 to the other side. And then this is my other factor. Okay, now I know you're like, oh my God, Brockmeyer, my brain is exploding. I have no idea what you meant by that. I'm going to cheat sheet this thing. So if I have a fraction like this, get back to, you can see that fraction. This denominator goes here. The numerator is the constant. And then opposite sign. Ta-da! It's so super duper easy. So this quadratic, 3x squared plus 8x plus 5, factors into x plus 1 and 3x plus 5. Ta-da! Done. All right, so I've already, as I said, typed these into the quadratic formula. So this is one, normally you'd go, oh wow, 12 and 20 are even, 31, do these have the greatest common factor, blah, 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 take it all out, factor that, all that stupid stuff. So again, we're not going to do that. The quadratic formula calculator that I got gave me the solutions x equals 4/3. And x equals 5/4. So again, I'm going to put these into factored form, my two parentheses, as such. Okay, so when we did simple factoring, I told you that I'm going to start with not putting in the x automatically or the whatever variable it is. This is why I'm not going to do that. So this 3 goes in front. I attach my variable. The 4 goes at the end, and then I put a minus sign. The opposite of this, since it's a positive answer, goes there. The 5/4 then becomes 4, the denominator, x, 5, and then a negative. Now you don't believe me that this works, since this one is a little bit more difficult. Do a quick check. 3x times 4x is 12x squared. 4 times 5 negatives makes positive 20. Hopefully my middle numbers are negative 31 when I add them together. 16 and 15 are 31. Ta-da! I'm so amazing, and I know you guys are just like, no way, that is awesome. Brockmeyer is just the coolest person ever. Yeah, I am. I know. All right, so last example. I have factored this again in the quadratic formula. These were my solutions. I'm going to put them into parentheses now. This one is just 2, so it's negative 2. This one is 1/5. It's going to be negative, so 5 goes in front. 1 goes at the end, put a negative there, put my variable in the front of the parentheses, and ta-da, I am done. Ooh, 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 this is so cool.